Are you looking for a solution to make your local SEO much more simplified but at the same time result driven? Well, in this video, I'm going to provide an amazing local SEO template that not only simplifies the way you optimize your local SEO, but also ensures that you get the results that you're looking for. Hi, my name is Naomi Vyas, and in Marketing Templates channel, we provide easy to go simplified marketing templates that makes SEO easy, but at the same time, it ensures that you get the results or the traffic that you're looking for. I feel templates are so much better in terms of SEO because there are so many parameters that you have to keep in check, and a lot of times while we're doing our SEO optimization, we don't really remember all the parameters that we need to keep in check. So in these templates that we provide, we literally cover everything A to Z, all the parameters and metrics that you need to keep in mind when you optimize either your local business or your on-page optimization, whatever it may be. And in this local SEO template, we have provided every parameter that is required to ensure your local business is optimized. So let's get started. The first sheet is essentially an overview of what this template is about and how it can help you. If you want to make a copy of this template, all you have to do is head onto the file over here and you can make a copy and start using it for your business or for your clients. A lot of you guys have asked us access for this template, which we can't provide, but you can definitely make a copy of this template and start using it for yourself. So let's head on to the actual template that you'll be using, and within a few minutes, I'm going to show you an example, a real life example on how you can use this template to the maximum benefit. So starting off, as you can see, we have covered almost every parameter of local SEO, from the keywords you want to target to the NAP to local directories and doing an on-page checklist. And to go through each and every single parameter, let's go through an example so that you can better understand what each parameter means in case you are a beginner in SEO and want to start learning about local SEO. Because in this template, you're essentially learning all the tips and tricks of local SEO without paying $1,000 to learn local SEO. So let's head on to the example. We are taking Harbourfront Seafood Restaurant. It's a local business here in Sydney, and it's pretty convenient because I did an assignment on this and I pretty much have studied this restaurant, which is why I feel like this is a perfect example for this case study. As you can see, this is their GMB profile. Let's go through each and every parameter and do a quick audit of this business. So starting off, we have selected the target keyword as Seafood Restaurant Sydney. It has a pretty good search volume per month. You can use Keywords Everywhere tool to find out anything and everything about keywords, and which is why I got the search volume through that. So now let's head on to secondary keywords. We have chosen Fine Dining Sydney and Romantic Restaurant Sydney. There can be numerous keywords that could come under secondary keywords, but we have taken the top two. Again, depending on your business and your requirements, you can do any additions, subtractions of the amount of keywords you want to target. You want to even add keyword difficulty, you can add it over here in this column, but it's completely up to you. That's the best part about this template, is that we are providing literally every essential parameter that's required, but if you want to make any changes, you can definitely do that. So now the third section is basically the NAP. NAP stands for name, address, phone number. So these three details are very essential when it comes to local SEO. You need to make sure that your NAP matches every single information that's there across your website, the different local directories that are there. For this example, the NAP is provided over here. Harbourfront Seafood Restaurant, we have provided their website, their phone number, and all the other details that are required. Now let's see if it matches their Google My Business, their website, and local directories. So the business name does exactly match the one that they have provided over here, which is good, of course. So in Google My Business, there's the option of primary and secondary category, which you can add. They have added their categories over here, which is good, and which is why I have ticked it. They have added their description. However, if you go through the description over here, so it looks pretty ChatGPT, I'm not going to lie, because you can still see the quotes that they have. They have not implemented a lot of keywords that they were supposed to target. Their target keyword is segregated. It's not exactly how it's supposed to be. At the same time, they don't have their secondary keyword as well. Because if I want to go to a luxury or fine dining restaurant, I would like to see at least a mention that it's a luxury restaurant. especially in Sydney, a lot of people search for fine dining in Sydney, which is very essential because a lot of people who like the idea of luxury or finer things, they would like to see some mention about it if they're on the business profile. Of course, some businesses have branded themselves without wanting to mention it that way, but at least in the description, there should be a mention about it, which they don't have over here. Okay, they have mentioned their opening hours, which is why I've ticked it. They have mentioned their social medias, which is why I've ticked that as well. Have also mentioned their service area. In terms of updates and events, I try to search for any updates or like any posts that they do on GMB. They haven't done any, so I have not ticked that. But it's very essential to even post any updates or any events that are coming up. Google My Business has this option where you can even like post any offers. You can even post regular updates about your business. They do have their photos, which is why I've ticked that. In terms of reviews, it's important to respond to your reviews and provide any solutions or recommendations in case any customers have an issue or if they have a question. However, I've put pending here because there are few reviews that Harbourfront has responded to. However, there are a lot of reviews that they haven't responded to, which is why I have put pending. In terms of the Q&A, I have not taken this because they have not responded to their Q&As. They have a bunch of questions that customers have asked, and it has been responded by other regular customers, so which is why it kind of looks bad in terms of the business if they're not being proactive, which is why if you have a local business, it's important to be as present as possible to help your customers, provide solutions, and at the same time help them with their queries. So the next section is about the website. So do they have their city and main service in their H1 tag? I have not clicked on this because they have not provided that. If you even check through view source, they don't even have their H1, which is a bad sign. But at the same time, if you notice, this is not even their website. Like they are hosting their business through another website, which is called venusco.au. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong about using another website to host your business, but at the same time it's not very strategic if you actually want to get more results and performance. It could either be a single business that has multiple venues, but at the same time what's best in terms of SEO is to have a very keyword specific website. Let's say the name of your business is Harbourfront. Google will definitely prefer the domain name called Harbourfront over Venues Co, because if someone else opens up a website of Harbourfront, they will definitely rank before this website. At the same time, when you have a website, you have a lot of flexibility and control to do a lot of SEO implementations, market your business, and so much more. They also don't have their map integrated in the website, which is why I've not ticked that. They have no schema markup in terms of local business. Having your map integrated into the website, having the keywords targeted in your website, similar to one that you have targeted in your Google My Business is so crucial. At the same time, having the schema markup of local business is so important because especially right now with AI literally taking over, Google has definitely recommended the use of structured data to rank better and perform better. So let's head to local directories. Every country has their own local directory. In terms of Australia, these are our local directories. Oh my god, that's a tongue twister. Okay, so we have Yelp, Yellow Pages, Hot Frog, True Local. They are only listed in one local directory. So local directories are essentially like Google, but like a much more smaller search engine, but for local businesses. So people can just search up a local business on the local directory and get to know more about what the business is about and contact them. There are sometimes a lot of them even have their own reviews in the local directories. It's a great way to signal to Google your authority and trustworthiness. And the more you're listed in all these directories, the more signals you give to Google that your website is legit, especially if you have good reviews or whatever reviews you have. It's very essential to develop that trust. So yeah, they don't have it in most of the Australian directories, which is why I have not selected that. In terms of on-page SEO, they don't have the title tag with location, but it's not really a major ranking factor, but it can give a good signal to Google to see that, the title of your Google My Business profile is matching with the website. So in terms of meta descriptions, they do have their target keyword, which is good. In terms of the image alls, they don't have any keywords mentioned. At the same time, they don't have any internal linking to service pages. So the thing is, for this business, they do have another business called Harbourfront in Wollongong, but that's a bit further away from Sydney. But they could at least mention that in their website, or at least in their local business. So this is another optional recommendation, but they definitely don't have that. At the same time, this business is more of a location specific. But if you have an online based business or service, you can definitely geo target multiple locations. So let's head on to the last section, which is essentially just like optional stuff. In FAQ schema markup, you can essentially just provide information about your business, the services you're providing, etc. In terms of Harbourfront, they don't have any FAQs, which is not good, but it's definitely a good recommendation which they can implement. They can also try UTM tracking on the website. Basically, UTM tracking will help you find out how many people are going from your website to the Google My Business profile and vice versa. But that's just another optional stuff. It won't really help you in ranking, but it can help you track better where is your customers coming from. So anyways, this was the example. We really hope you understood this better. If you have any doubts as well, you can feel free to comment below and let us know, and we would love to help you out. We hope you found this template useful. If you want to access this template, all you have to do is head to the description down below, and we have linked the template there where you can make a copy and download it for your use. And if you have any requests for any other templates you want us to work on, please let us know in the comment section below, and we would love to help. Or if you have any questions or queries, do message us down below in the comments, and we will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next videos for more amazing templates that are to come. Bye bye.